Have you ever looked at a guy and thought, why does he get all the attention? Maybe he's not even that good looking. Maybe he doesn't seem like he's got much going on for him, yet women are drawn to him. What's his secret? I'm going to reveal 9 powerful social skills that will make you irresistibly magnetic to women. These aren't just empty promises. These are proven, powerful techniques that will change the way you interact with every woman you meet. And for those of you ready to take it even further, I've saved the best bonus tip for last, one that most men overlook completely, but has the power to change everything for you. So, if you're ready to transform your life, comment, "I'm all in" below and watch till the end. In today's video, we're diving deep into what really works to attract women and create strong connections. We're going beyond looks, beyond even that often mentioned confidence. We're going straight to practical skills rooted in Stoic principles that have worked for centuries. Now, you might be thinking, Stoicism? That sounds old-fashioned. But hear me out. Stoicism, at its core, is about controlling what you can control, staying calm, grounded, and in control. And trust me, in today's world of swiping left and right, these principles are more relevant than ever. Because here's the truth. Women respect a man who can keep it together, who knows himself, and who's mastered the art of interacting on a real, grounded level. These 9 skills, and the bonus at the end, will put you in a league of your own. Let's go. Skill 1. Listen actively. Here's the truth. Most guys talk about themselves way too much. They think that by sharing every detail about their lives, they're impressing her. But here's a little secret. She doesn't want to hear your life story right off the bat. What she really wants is to feel seen and valued. This is where active listening comes in, and it's an art few men have mastered. Active listening isn't just about staying quiet while she talks. It's about engaging fully in what she's saying, showing her that her words matter. That means putting your phone down, making eye contact, nodding at the right moments, and responding in a way that shows you're genuinely interested. Active listening goes deeper than just asking, "How was your day?" It's about picking up on details and diving deeper into them. If she mentions she had a stressful day at work, don't just respond with, "That sucks." Show empathy and curiosity. Ask her, "What was the most challenging part?" Or, "How did you handle it?" These questions show her that you're not only listening, but you're interested in her experiences, her emotions, and her thoughts. This is what sets you apart from the crowd. Another pro tip. Remember what she says. Most guys forget the details, but when you can recall something she mentioned a few conversations ago, she'll feel like you truly care. Let's say she talks about an upcoming work project she's excited about. The next time you chat, ask her how it went. That one small gesture makes her feel valued, understood, and important. It's a simple act that tells her you're different, that you're actually paying attention to what matters to her. Imagine you're on a date, and she's telling you about her favorite hobby. Let's say it's cooking. Instead of responding with a generic, "That's cool," dive deeper. Say, "What's your favorite dish to make?" Or, "Did you have a favorite memory around cooking?" This approach opens up the conversation and makes her feel like she's sharing a part of herself. When you respond with thoughtful follow-up questions, you're not just making small talk, you're creating a connection. Skill 2. Maintain composure. Let's get real. Life is full of ups and downs, and dating is no different. One of the biggest turn-offs for women is a guy who gets worked up over small things. You're out on a date, and something doesn't go as planned. Maybe the food takes too long, or you get seated near a loud group. Instead of getting frustrated, take it as an opportunity to show her you're unfazed by little inconveniences. The guy who can stay calm and even laugh about it shows maturity and emotional control. And that's something women find incredibly attractive. Composure is all about how you handle yourself in challenging situations. It's about being the guy who doesn't let external circumstances dictate his mood. When you stay cool, calm and collected, you're showing her that you're someone she can rely on, that you won't crumble under pressure. This kind of steadiness is rare, and it's something that naturally draws people to you. Think about it. Who would you rather be around? Someone who gets flustered over every little setback, or someone who's steady no matter what happens? This skill is especially powerful when things don't go as expected in the dating world. Say she's late to a date. Maybe traffic was terrible, or she couldn't find parking. Instead of making her feel bad about it, stay relaxed and understanding. When you show her that you're unbothered by minor setbacks, it creates a sense of safety and comfort. She'll see you as a mature, grounded person who doesn't sweat the small stuff, and that's something every woman appreciates. Let's say you're out at a nice restaurant, and the service is slower than expected. Instead of complaining or getting visibly frustrated, make light of it. Say something like, "Guess this gives us more time to chat, right?" By keeping a positive attitude, you turn a potentially annoying situation into something memorable. She'll see you as someone who can handle whatever comes his way, and that confidence is magnetic. Skill 3. Speak less, observe more. Here's something a lot of guys get wrong. They think they need to fill every silence with words to keep her interested. But here's the truth. Sometimes speaking less is far more powerful than talking non-stop. The guy who knows how to hold back a little, who lets his actions and presence speak for him, stands out in a world where everyone else is trying to be the loudest. By speaking less, you allow her to lean in, to be curious about you, and to do a little bit of the work in the conversation. When you speak less and observe more, you're actively gathering information about her, her reactions, her interests, and even her mood. This makes you incredibly perceptive, and you can tailor your interactions based on what she's showing you. For example, if she mentions she loves hiking, you can bring that up later or even suggest a future hiking date. When you're observing rather than talking, you're able to pick up on these details and use them to create a unique, engaging experience. Observation is also a form of control. It's about knowing when to let her reveal more about herself and when to engage fully. When you give her the space to talk, you're allowing her to share parts of herself with you voluntarily. This builds trust and comfort, which naturally lead to attraction. So next time you're with her, don't rush to fill every silence. Lean back, observe, and let her show you who she is. You'll be surprised at how much more magnetic you become when you're not trying to be the center of attention. Let's say you're sitting across from her and she's talking about her recent trip abroad. Instead of interrupting with your own stories of travel, let her talk. Nod, smile, and be genuinely engaged. She'll notice that you're giving her the floor, and she'll appreciate the respect and attention you're showing. At some point, she'll likely ask you about your own travels, but by then, she's already feeling like you're invested in her story. You've created a dynamic where she feels valued and important, simply by observing and speaking less. Skill 4. Control your emotions. Emotional control is one of the most attractive traits a man can possess. In relationships, emotions run high. There's excitement, attraction, anticipation, but there can also be frustration, jealousy, and misunderstanding. The way you handle these emotions defines you in her eyes. If you're the type of guy who flies off the handle at the slightest provocation, you're not only unattractive, you're also creating an environment where she feels unsafe. But if you're the man who can stay calm, who can process emotions without letting them dictate your behavior, you're creating a foundation of trust and security. Controlling your emotions isn't about suppressing them. It's about choosing how you respond. It's about taking a breath before reacting, about thinking through your response rather than letting anger or frustration take over. Women respect men who can stay level-headed in difficult situations because it shows maturity and strength. Emotional control signals that you're not ruled by impulses, that you're capable of handling life's challenges with grace. This makes you someone she can rely on, someone who's not going to lose his cool every time something goes wrong. Imagine she says something that could easily set you off. Maybe a comment about another guy or something from her past. Instead of reacting with jealousy or frustration, stay calm. Maybe even laugh it off or ask her more about it from a place of genuine curiosity. This unexpected response shows confidence and security. You're demonstrating that you're not threatened by minor things, that you're emotionally stable, and that you're comfortable with yourself. It's a rare quality and one that will set you apart. Let's say you're on a date and she mentions an ex-boyfriend in passing. Many guys might feel insecure or irritated, but here's where you can shine. Instead of letting it bother you, keep your cool and say, "Oh, that's interesting. What did you guys like doing together?" By staying calm, you show that you're secure and unaffected. She'll be impressed by your maturity and by how comfortable you are with yourself. Skill 5. Be selective in affection. Affection and attention are powerful tools, but if you give them too freely, they lose their value. Think about it. Anything that's too easy to get quickly loses its allure. The same goes for attention. When you give her all your time, energy, and attention right from the start, she has no reason to earn it. She might even feel overwhelmed by it. But when you're selective with your affection, it sends a clear message. Your time and attention are valuable, and you don't give them away freely. Being selective with your affection doesn't mean playing games. It means valuing your own time and not being afraid to pull back a little. Have a life outside of her, pursue your interests, and make time for your friends. When you're not always available, she'll appreciate the moments you do spend together more. It creates a sense of mystery and excitement, as she'll look forward to the times when she has your undivided attention. This selective approach keeps things balanced and prevents the relationship from feeling one-sided. Remember, attraction often grows in the space between moments, not in constant closeness. When you're always available, it becomes too easy for her to take you for granted. But if she has to work a little for your attention, it makes each moment with you feel special. She'll value the time you spend together because it's clear that your time is precious and not something you give away lightly. This balance creates a dynamic that's both exciting and sustainable. Imagine you're chatting back and forth and she asks if you're free to hang out the next day. Instead of dropping everything to be available, let her know you've got plans, but suggest another day. This small act shows her that you're not always waiting around for her. You're subtly showing her that you have your own life and priorities, and that she's going to have to make an effort to be part of it. By being selective with your time, you make her feel like she's working for something worthwhile, and that makes the connection much stronger. Skill 6. Create mystique. Now, let's talk about creating mystique. This skill is powerful because it involves keeping parts of yourself just out of reach. Think about it. When everything about you is on display, there's nothing left to discover, and mystery fades. But when you leave something to the imagination, when you reveal parts of yourself slowly, you become endlessly interesting. Women are naturally curious, and they're drawn to men who don't reveal everything all at once. Mystique makes you intriguing because she'll always feel there's more to learn about you, and this anticipation keeps her invested. Creating mystique doesn't mean hiding who you are. It's about pacing how you share yourself. It's a common mistake to think that being fully transparent from the start makes for a better connection. But often, that ends up making things feel stale or predictable. Instead, embrace a bit of restraint. If she asks about your weekend, don't feel pressured to detail every single thing you did. Give a hint, or talk about one interesting part and leave the rest. This leaves her wondering, which is exactly what you want. Mystery keeps people engaged, especially when she realizes she doesn't have you all figured out. Let's say she asks what you're passionate about. Instead of spilling everything, say something like, "I've got a few interests, but I'm always trying something new to see what sticks." It's vague but intriguing, prompting her to ask more questions. This approach creates a sense of excitement around getting to know you, making you someone she wants to uncover slowly rather than all at once. Every conversation becomes an opportunity for her to learn a little more, and she'll love the gradual discovery. Skill 7. Prioritize growth. Let's dive deeper into why prioritizing your own growth is one of the most attractive traits you can develop. Think about this. A man who invests in himself, who's always learning, improving, and working towards something greater, is automatically different from the rest. Women notice this because it's rare. Most people go through life on autopilot, repeating the same routines day in and day out. But when you make growth your priority, you show her that you're not content with just good enough. You're someone with ambition, someone who's driven, and that drive is something that not only attracts women, but also sets you up for a more fulfilling life. Prioritizing growth doesn't mean you have to be extreme or perfect. It's about making consistent progress in the areas that matter most to you, whether it's your career, your fitness, your mental health, or even your relationships. It's about having a vision for who you want to become and taking steady steps to get there. When you're passionate about self-improvement, it radiates from you. It shows in the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, and the way you interact with others. A man who's dedicated to his own growth doesn't need to prove himself. His actions and dedication speak volumes. Imagine you're working on a personal project, something that challenges you and excites you, like building a business, mastering a new skill, or training for a competition. When you talk about it with her, share the journey, not just the goal. Say something like, "I'm not there yet, but I love seeing my progress every day." This kind of mindset shows her that you're committed, that you're in it for the long haul, and that you have the discipline to stick with things even when they're tough. Women respect and admire this kind of resilience and dedication, especially when it's clear you're doing it for yourself, not just to impress anyone. Growth isn't just about hitting specific goals, it's a lifestyle. When you prioritize growth, you're open to new experiences, new perspectives, and new ways of thinking. You're constantly evolving, and this evolution makes you dynamic. It keeps you interesting because there's always a new layer to you that she hasn't seen yet. It's this continual development that keeps her engaged, because she knows you're not the type to settle or stagnate. You're always becoming a better version of yourself, and that's something truly rare. Here's another thing. Prioritizing growth doesn't just improve your dating life. It sets you up for success in every area of life. When you're growing, you're positioning yourself to handle life's challenges with resilience, to take on new opportunities with confidence, and to approach every situation with a mindset of learning and improvement. This isn't just attractive, it's empowering. And when she sees that you're not only working toward your own goals, but also inspiring those around you, it makes you someone she wants to support and be part of. Say you're pursuing a challenging goal like running a marathon or learning a new language. When you talk about it, don't just focus on the end result. Talk about the lessons you're learning along the way. Mention the discipline it takes, the setbacks you've faced, and how you're pushing through them. This shows her that you're not just about the destination. You appreciate the journey, and that journey is what makes you who you are. She'll see you as someone who's constantly evolving and striving, someone who's resilient and committed, and that's an incredibly attractive quality. Skill 8. Value your time. Time is a resource you can never get back, and how you use it reflects how much you respect yourself and your priorities. When you treat your time as valuable, you send a powerful message that you're someone with purpose, with standards, and with a life that doesn't revolve around waiting for others to give you direction. Women are drawn to men who respect their time because it shows that they have a purpose. When you're selective about where and how you spend your time, you're showing her that you're serious about your goals and that you don't waste energy on things that don't align with your values. Valuing your time doesn't mean you're always busy or unavailable. It's about setting boundaries and sticking to them. It's about recognizing that every minute you give to something or someone should serve a purpose. This doesn't mean you're selfish or unkind. It means you're intentional. When she sees that you're someone who isn't easily swayed by distractions, who knows when to say no to things that aren't worth your energy, she'll view you as a man who knows his worth. This self-respect is contagious, and it makes her respect you even more. Imagine she wants to meet up last minute, but you've already planned to work on a personal project or go to the gym. Instead of dropping everything, you say something like, "I'd love to see you, but I've got something I need to finish up first. Let's pick a time that works for both of us." This shows her that you're dedicated to your commitments and that you don't just throw your schedule aside on a whim. It's not about playing hard to get. It's about showing that your goals and your time matter to you, and she'll appreciate the time she does get with you even more. Valuing your time goes hand in hand with living intentionally. When you're intentional, you're making conscious choices about how you spend each day, each hour, each moment. You're not passively going through the motions, you're actively shaping your life. This kind of intentionality is attractive because it shows that you're not just floating along, waiting for things to happen to you. You're in control, and you're focused on creating a life that aligns with who you are and what you want. Women respect a man who's not easily distracted, who doesn't get pulled into every opportunity or invitation, but instead weighs each choice and makes sure it aligns with his vision. Let's say you have a set routine, like a morning workout or time for personal development. If she asks you to skip it to do something else, politely let her know that it's an important part of your day and that you'd like to see her after. This small act demonstrates discipline and self-respect. It shows that you're committed to the things that make you better, and she'll see that being with you means being with someone who's not only focused but intentional about how he grows. This level of discipline makes you stand out because it shows that you know where you're headed, and that direction is something she'll want to be a part of. Skill 9. Practice gratitude and positivity. Gratitude is one of those things that can completely change how people perceive you. It might sound simple, but showing genuine gratitude can set you apart. When you're grateful for what you have, it's a signal that you're content, that you're not constantly chasing more, but can appreciate what's in front of you. Women appreciate a man who's positive and can find joy in small moments. Practicing gratitude isn't about ignoring problems or pretending life is perfect. It's about acknowledging the good in your life and valuing it. People are naturally drawn to positive energy, and women especially are attracted to men who make them feel uplifted. A positive outlook isn't about always being happy or cheerful. It's about resilience. When things don't go your way, how do you react? Complaining or getting negative is a huge turn-off. But if you can laugh at life's little setbacks, stay hopeful, and see the brighter side, you show a strength of character that's rare. Gratitude makes you resilient because it keeps you focused on what matters. When she's around you, she'll feel like she's in the presence of someone who's steady, who doesn't get shaken by minor setbacks, and who genuinely enjoys life. Let's say you're out with her and something small goes wrong, like a change in plans. Instead of getting frustrated, say something like, "Well, I guess we've got ourselves a little adventure." This kind of reaction shows that you're adaptable and can find enjoyment even when things don't go perfectly. She'll feel more relaxed around you because your positive energy will make her feel like nothing is ever a big deal. And when you focus on what's good, she'll feel happier and more valued in your presence. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're already ahead of 99% of people out there, and you have proved to be a true Stoic, someone who seeks depth in wisdom and understanding. And here is a bonus skill just for you. Bonus skill 10, financial independence and stability. Finally, let's talk about financial independence and stability, a bonus skill that has a massive impact on how women view you. Being financially stable isn't about flaunting wealth or trying to impress with material things. It's about showing that you're responsible, that you're in control of your life, and that you're capable of taking care of yourself. Financial independence is more than just having a stable income. It's about managing your money wisely, making smart investments, and planning for the future. When a woman sees that you have financial stability, it signals maturity and reliability, qualities that are incredibly attractive. Think about it. Financial independence isn't just about money. It's about freedom and security. When you're financially stable, you're free from the stress and anxiety that comes with financial instability. You're able to make choices based on what's best for you, not what you can afford at the moment. Women notice this, and they respect a man who's grounded in his finances because it shows discipline. A man who's financially secure doesn't need someone else to support him, and that self-sufficiency is extremely appealing. If she suggests an outing that's a bit out of budget, don't feel pressured to go all out. Instead, suggest something within your means that's equally enjoyable. Say, "I'd love to do something a little more low-key. Let's save that idea for when it's really worth it." This doesn't make you look cheap. It makes you look practical and grounded. It shows that you're not impulsive with your money and that you think things through. Women appreciate this because it shows long-term thinking, which is a quality of someone who can handle life's challenges responsibly. We've explored some of the most impactful social skills here, each one designed to help you stand out by focusing on qualities that truly matter. These aren't quick fixes or superficial tricks. They're pillars of character that, when practiced, transform how you interact with people and how they see you. Women are attracted to men who are steady, who are confident, and who have a strong sense of self-worth. When you master these skills, active listening, composure, mystery, growth, time management, positivity, and financial responsibility, you're not just becoming attractive to women, you're becoming the best version of yourself. These skills don't just improve your dating life, they improve your life as a whole. If you found real value in this video, we'd love your support. Joining our channel memberships or hitting that subscribe button allows us to continue creating high-quality content and sharing it with men who are serious about growth. Your support makes all the difference. And before you go, tell us in the comments, which skill do you think will have the biggest impact on your life? Let's hear your thoughts. Remember, every step you take to improve yourself is a step toward becoming the person you're truly meant to be. Thanks for watching.